Please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem. Welcome, and please be seated. Please welcome Dr. Ali Shakaufanda, Interim Dean of the College of Computing and Informatics and Distinguished University Professor.
Good morning. Please welcome President Antonio Merlo, who will welcome the class of 2026.
Thank you, Dean Shokufanda, members of our Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, colleagues, families, and friends, and especially our graduates. Good morning. What a remarkable day this is. It is a true privilege to welcome you to this commencement ceremony and to celebrate the achievements of the College of Computing and Informatics class of 2026. I extend a warm welcome to the families, friends, faculty, professional staff, mentors, and loved ones who join us today. Your encouragement and belief in these graduates have carried them to this moment. You have been their foundation, their support system, and their inspiration. This achievement belongs to you as well. And to our graduates, this is a significant and well-earned milestone. We're extraordinarily proud of all you have accomplished and excited for all that lies ahead. This moment represents not simply the conclusion of one chapter, but the beginning of another one filled with opportunity and possibility. At the College of Computing and Informatics, you challenge yourselves in the classroom, engaged in research and innovation, contributed to your communities. From clubs to co-op to senior design and all of the other opportunities you have taken advantage of to share your skills and talents with our community. These experiences have prepared you to help shape the world beyond this campus. You are ready. As you begin this next chapter, remember that the world needs your ideas, your energy, your compassion, and your leadership. You have earned this responsibility. You have been tested and challenged, and you have reason to meet every moment with great determination. That strength will carry you forward. Today, as you leave our university as graduates, I speak for everyone here when I say we are so very proud of you. We hope you will stay connected with the university. You embody the very best of this institution, and your accomplishments are an inspiration to us all. We believe in you, and we cannot wait to see the impact you will make. Congratulations, class of 2026.
So I would like to, first of all, congratulate everyone, and then I will get to the actual presentation. So good morning and welcome to the College of Computing and Informatics Commencement Ceremony. It's with great pride and joy that I stand here today with your families, friends, and the entire CCI community to celebrate you, our graduates of the class of 2026. On behalf of all of us, a heartfelt congratulations on reaching these milestones. So I would like to open by quoting our founding founder, namesake founder of the university. Anthony J. Drexel, the founder of this university, once said, "I know the world is going to change, and therefore the university must change with it." The understanding that education must honor its foundations while continuously evolving to meet the future is at the heart of why we are here today. We gather here today as three interconnected groups. First and foremost, our graduates, the families, friends, faculty, staff who supported students, and together all of us as members of rapidly evolving society. Although our perspectives differ, we share a common reality. All three groups are facing both big and small changes in our lives every day. Alongside change, there is always choice. And every choice is made as a crossroads. First, I would like to talk to our graduates. You arrive today at one of life's great transition points. Ahead of you are decisions. How you will begin your post-academic careers, how you deepen your expertise, start a company, or continue your education. Where will you go? Who will you collaborate with? What problem will you choose to take on? Each choice builds on those before it, forming a path that does not yet fully exist until you walk through that path. This is not your first experience with uncertainty and reinvention, though. Think back to your first day at Drexel. Think about how you have changed the way you analyze, write, reason, and solve problems. At CCI, you were not educated for a single moment or a single technology. You were taught to learn from what exists, to question assumptions, and to build what comes next. You learned how to learn. This is something you will carry forward long after today. And that's why we are so confident in you. The future won't be predictable, but you know how to adapt thoughtfully and move forward boldly. For our faculty, professional staff, families, and friends, you understand as well that progress is not a straight line. Careers change, roles expand, knowledge evolves. The ability to learn, reflect, and adapt is the critical beyond graduation as it is beforehand. At CCI, we are also experiencing a defining moment of transformation ourselves. This is the final year, kind of makes me a little bit emotional. This is the final commencement ceremony for the College of Computing and Informatics. Later this summer, we become part of Drexel's new College of Engineering and Computing. We will assume a new name as a unit. We will be called School of Computer and Information Sciences. While this is bittersweet for CCI, this change is not a departure from our history. We have been changing since late 1800, and it builds upon what CCI used to be, and we will carry that to the new college. As you can imagine, in much the same way our society stands at a crossroads. The rapid advancement of AI, and that's everywhere now you hear about it, offers extraordinary technological opportunities and promises, along new responsibilities. While we cannot fully predict the impact of this new technology, we know progress will depend on those who understand the past, learn from it, and apply the knowledge with care and courage. That's precisely what class of 2026 has been preparing for here at Drexel University. Anthony J. Drexel was a builder of institutions and a visionary person. He envisioned Drexel as a place suited for the needs of rapidly growing society, and he understood that progress demands adaptability. That spirit remains alive today. It reminds us that success is never achieved in isolation, and that the meaningful progress is built by those who learn from what came before them and then move forward decisively. At this moment of transition, I have great confidence in you, our graduates. And I'm sure that you will just manage these changes. Congratulations to Drexel's College of Computing and Informatics class of 2026. We are proud of what you have accomplished and inspired by the future you will help build. So, I would like to talk about two very special people who will be part of our event today. As part of today's celebration, it's my honor to share the stage with two accomplished CCI graduates who will offer their reflections and experiences. The first is your class of 2026 student speaker, Mackenzie Ligon. She is a wonderful young woman and a scholar. Mackenzie is a computer science student with a passion for graphics, web development, and game development. She is originally from Southington, Connecticut. Philly, Connecticut. She has gained valuable professional experience as an associate applications engineer at Medidata Solutions through Drexel's co-op program. Following graduation, Mackenzie plans to continue her academic journey by pursuing a master's degree, so hopefully she'll be a double dragon soon. Also, you will hear from today's keynote speaker, our friend, Chris Serra. Chris is a double dragon. He earned both his bachelor and master's degrees in computer science at Drexel. I invited Chris to join us today because his journey reflects many of the themes that all of us are going to talk about today, or we talked about today earlier. Learning from experience, making thoughtful decisions and choices at key moments, and moving forward with purpose. You will see that when he talks today. Chris has built on his Drexel education and experience to become a respected technology leader, both nationally and in Philadelphia. And he currently serves as Chief Executive Officer of Arc Web Technologies. All right. I also would like to acknowledge our students, some of our students which are big contributors of our community. As we celebrate your achievements today, I would like to take a moment, recognize, and thank our student leaders for their contribution to our community. Will all course assistants, teaching assistants, research assistants, peer mentors, and dean's ambassadors please to rise and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. In closing, graduates, please know that we, your university, your college, faculty, and professional staff will always be part of your story. As your path continues to unfold, we encourage you to stay connected and to draw strength from the Drexel community and our global network of alumni. Please stay engaged. You have committed yourself to apply technology thoughtfully, responsibly, and in service of the greater good. You, each and every single one of you, are exactly what this world has been waiting for. Today, we celebrate you and all you have achieved at Drexel. Tomorrow, we look forward to remarkable ways you will shape the future. Go forth and shine brightly. Nothing can stop you now. Go Dragons. All right, I would like to welcome Mackenzie Ligon, who will address us on behalf of the class of 2026.
Before I begin, I would like to quickly thank my family who did not know I was speaking until they read the program. Surprise! They'll forgive me eventually, I hope. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you all today to celebrate such a momentous occasion. Today marks a moment in history and one of the greatest achievements of our lifetimes. Dodging the semester switch. I think everybody deserves a round of applause for that. Sincerest apologies to all faculty who flinched at that, but honestly, if it hasn't been mentioned already, somebody is going to say something about the job market and well, there goes everybody else. So now we're equal. Glad to see everybody is awake now. Moving swiftly on, I am going to speak about the quarter system just a little bit because it's shaped our lives for years, hasn't it? Such a fast-paced schedule is not for the faint of heart. Every quarter, we start by being thrown into the deep end. Not even a month in, and we already have projects and exams. Then come midterms and interviews, and midterm interviews and interview midterms. If we take a step back, there's a constant transition between classes and co-op, and back to classes and back to co-op. This place is practically a circus with the way we have to juggle so many things. Who would have expected that the academically rigorous institution would be academically rigorous? But above all else, the toughest aspect of the quarter system is getting other people to understand it. It is apparently such a revolutionary concept that even after the 5th explanation, I'm unsuccessful. No, it's not summer school. Yes, my break is that late. There are 4 quarters, 1 per season. Having the endurance to withstand this onslaught of questions that are easily answered by a Google search is a testament to the quality and excellence of a Drexel graduate. I would like to take a moment to thank my advisors, Christy Eels and Will Ahern, as without their combined efforts of overriding 10 different classes and degree works, I would not be standing here today. I'd like to thank all my professors, but as there are more than 2 of you, and I only have about 30 seconds left, I unfortunately can't list all of your names, but hopefully you know who you are. Finally, I would like to thank my senior project team for always being the tallest horses in the race. At the time this speech was finalized, Senior Showcase had not yet happened, so if we won the trophies, I knew we would. And if we didn't, the winners should lock their windows. Finally, I'd like to encourage us all to look forward. No, not at me. Metaphorically, close your eyes and think about the future. Let's say 5 years. Think about who you are and where you'll be, because the interviewer does not like the answer in your seat. It may be hard to see something tangible, but know that our experience is always with us. The connections we've forged, the pressure we've overcome, the capacity for deep critical thinking about the world and ourselves, the ambition that just can't wait for me to be done talking. Good news! Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for your time.
Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Chris Serra.
Thank you. I'm grateful and honored to be here. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to the Dean, Dr. Ali Shakafandi, for inviting me. I'm grateful to him and others I worked with during my time at Drexel, Mel Bayada, Dr. David Breen, Dr. Bruce Char, Dr. Nir Herman, Dr. Jeremy Johnson, Mark Loshivo, Dr. Popiak, Jeff Salvage, Dr. Dario Salvucci, and my advisor, Dr. Bill Regley. I'm going to tell some stories, and hopefully we have some fun together for the next few minutes. Here goes. I was visiting campus a couple of months ago, and I texted my dad as I was walking into Jerry C. LeBeau Hall. On Drexel campus today, I still can't believe I went here. I'm always struck by the new architecture on campus, and I also wanted to send a quick expression of my gratitude that I was thinking about all of the sacrifices my family made so that I could go to Drexel. What an incredible gift. If you have somebody that helped you get here, my first piece of advice is to thank them today if you can, and remember them if you cannot. I've turned gratitude into something like a daily religious practice. This is one of the ways that I strengthen my mental core every day by putting one thing into my phone. It's how I remind myself about the positivity in my life, past and present, and the positivity in the world. It might be that I got to do something special with my kids that day. Love you, Will. Love you, Demi. Or sometimes I'll reach deep into my past and try to reframe an experience with positivity. I love telling people that I wrote their name in my gratitude journal. It's a way of telling them that I appreciate how they contributed something special in my life. Just a few years ago, in one of the toughest years of my business career, many times I wondered how I survived as a company, mentally and physically, since it was certainly one of the toughest moments in my life. I'll spare the details, but I was recently reviewing my gratitude journal, and I wrote entries for over 90% of the days in that year, 332 days to be exact. And that's the most I'd written in any year. So my worst days, I was more grateful than ever. And the way I see it, gratitude can save your life. Mark Andreessen famously coined the phrase, software is eating the world, but it was even clear in the 90s that this was imminent. I switched majors from computer engineering to computer science once I discovered the distinction and as a strategy to maximally align myself with my bet on the market. I also like building software better than breadboards. The US was experiencing an economic boom thanks to the transformation of the internet, but it started to decline in March of 2000. By the time I graduated in 2001, many large companies were announcing tens of thousands of job layoffs, and many of the once flourishing internet companies were going bankrupt. Maybe you see some relationship to the present moment. I felt like we just spent a small fortune to go to school, years of my life. Now I've got student loans, and it would be a nightmare if I couldn't get a job. I was offered a job in Dr. Bill Wrigley's research lab, which included full tuition remission to get my master's degree. In 2004, I defended my master's thesis and got my Master of Science in Computer Science from the College of Engineering. I was lucky enough to have a job lined up before my graduation, and then I learned the funding fell through right before my start date. Despite fighting so hard, the nightmare had actually come true, and I found myself collecting unemployment immediately after graduation. To make matters worse, just the year prior, my parents had declared bankruptcy. While the US was leading that internet boom, many of the brick and mortar stores and retail shops across the country were going bankrupt thanks to internet companies like Amazon. As a retail shoe store in Philadelphia, my dad's business was in the crossfire, and my parents lost what felt like everything, including the house I grew up in. In hindsight, I was lucky to watch them handle such a tumultuous situation with grace and poise. I'm grateful for that too. Despite being stressed out of my mind, looking back, I was rich. What does it mean to be rich? Is it having zero debt? Is it having a high income to buy all the stuff that you want? Is it hitting the point where you can just live off of your investments? I had none of that, but I'd argue that none of that makes you rich. Rich needs to be a state of mind in your mind and not a judgment by somebody else. Rich is what the banks and the lawyers can't take away from you. This education is yours forever. You've earned an asset that billions of humans that have walked the earth have not attained. Now, let's put it to good work. My Drexel experiences really paved the way for my path into entrepreneurship. I hung out and frequently attended free events at the Biata Center even after I graduated. I worked closely with Dr. Bill Wrigley and watched him as an academic researcher and entrepreneur. Years later, I also took a job for a startup that spun out of Drexel, Dracontis. This and many other experiences prepped me to take the plunge when I was 27 years old. This is short for quitting your job and starting your own business. The path of entrepreneurship seems a bit counterintuitive, especially after spending years of life in college, presumably to get a job. It took me a very long time to find my stride as a business person, but by the time I was 37, my second company, ArcWeb Technologies, was recognized as the second fastest growing company by the Philadelphia Business Journal and in the top 25 fastest growing nationally for our category in the Inc. 500. If I trace a path backwards in time for my career successes, almost every one of them stems back to a person or opportunity that happened at Drexel. Paul Graham from Y Combinator wrote in his essay, How to Start a Startup, that, quote, "It's no coincidence that startups start around universities because that's where smart people meet," unquote. The first person to join my company, i.e. the first follower, was a recent Drexel graduate, Nate Bomberger. Thank you, Nate, who I met when I was his teaching assistant for Dr. Popiak's introductory programming class, CS 171. Later, during the time of our rapid growth, 20% of our team was from Drexel. When I speak with other business owners, everybody knows that Drexel has some of the best engineers in the world. Wherever you go from here, my advice is to stay connected, folks. Your network will continue to bring you places that you never imagined, and it will continue to flourish. When my company reached about 30 people, new challenges began to emerge, and I knew it was related to fundamentals. It felt like we were doing too many things, the stereotypical jack-of-all-trades, master-and-none type. What problem do we solve? What do we stand for? Why do we exist? As I dug into it, I realized the issue wasn't only with my company, it was me. I didn't really know what problem I was solving or what I stood for. If you don't know either, my advice to you is to fix it by committing to a process for figuring it out. And if thinking about it doesn't make you cry, well, then you're probably not doing it right. Going through a process like this is about aligning a future version of yourself with the fire in your belly. And we all have that fire in our belly. Something that makes us upset, something that gets us excited. One of mine is helping people with mental health conditions. At the time, though, my company wasn't focused on this area at all. So I spent the next several years reinventing the company and myself to be experts in healthcare. In the business world, we call this a pivot. On a personal level, it's about finding your purpose. If you commit to reinventing yourself, it'll be a significant risk. It'll mean disappointing people, and you'll face resistance from the people that are closest to you. I've reinvented myself at least twice in my life, and I'm in the middle of another one. Most people that knew earlier versions of me would have never predicted, and some even tried hard to talk me out of it. And in my mental core, I know my belly is still on fire, and this world hasn't seen anything from me yet. My advice to you all is to find your fire, evolve it, and go get it. Thank you for listening during this celebration of your success. I hope you remember that gratitude can save your life. You're rich, nobody can take this away. Reinvent yourself continuously and stay connected, folks. Let's go, class of 2026. Make us proud. Thank you.
Please welcome Dr. Karen DeVos, who will announce student awards.
Recognition. We want to acknowledge those students who will receive special recognition from the university. In the spirit of honoring exceptional academic achievement, we wish to recognize our undergraduate students who have completed their degree with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. I would like to ask the following to come forward and be recognized. Amir Katarov, and Mike Madden. I would like to recognize those undergraduate students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement at Drexel, as reflected in outstanding final grade point averages. Students who graduate with a GPA between a 3.5 and 3.7 are designated cum laude or with honor. Will cum laude graduates please stand? Those graduating with a GPA between 3.7 and 3.9 are designated Madam Cum Laude or with outstanding honor. Will our Magna Cum Laude graduates please stand? Students graduating with a GPA of 3.9 or higher are designated summa cum laude or with highest honor. Will our summa cum laude graduates please stand? Congratulations to you all. Finally, Drexel has a long tradition of participation in programs with the United States military. I ask that everyone in the audience today who who is a member or veteran of the armed forces to stand and receive recognition for your services. Thank you.
It's now time to individually recognize all our graduates assembled today. The name of your graduates will be announced by Professor Dario Salvucci, Professor Shadi Rezapur, and Professor Adelaida Medlock, and Professor Colin Gordon. Out of respect to all our graduates, we request that you remain in your seats until all names have been called.
Marshals, please escort our doctoral graduates to the stage where they will meet their supervising professors to receive their hoods.
Yi Shuang Ku. Yi Wen Shi. Scott McClellan. Hyung Wook Choi. Christopher Rausch. Layla Buzuba. Bobby Wynn. Niusha Jafari. Mary Lucas. Joel Pepper. Jason Lefever. Manil Shrestha. David Grethline. John Carter. Eric Galinkin.
Congratulations to all of our doctoral graduates. Marshals, please escort our master's graduates to the stage to be individually recognized.
Arifa Muhammad. Justin Kaminsky. Jimmy Bandari. Julio Alejandro Carcamo. Nikki Leonard. Mary Elizabeth Donofrio. Kathleen Hansley. Marisa Miller. Nurul Gon. Mikkel Schultz. Benjamin David Falk Sullivan. Jack Kohler Anderson. Priyanka Javeri. Darsh Solansky. Ayush Gundawar. Nikhil Sahu. Megha Rajarama Teta. Kamal Copley. Ashley Maria Padayati. Virginia Mothard. Sarah McGowan Penabaker. Mahesh Krishnan Hari Kumar. Madison Amelia Cortelli. Kelly Leach. Giovanni Croerza. Antolia Nones Reyes. Antonella Nunez Reyes. Sorry. Prapati Chandra Patel. Majid Al-Gamdi. Congratulations. Purva Bashar. Kshitij Sanjay Patel. Minahil Harun Khalid. Ryan Bowie. Adil Ahmed. Michelle Ayashes. Kelsey Selvagi. Ariel Marinda. Sahil Saharka. Giuliano Ernest Cianchaglini. Asia Delvin. Dallas Gerald Thomas III. Miranda Johnson. Caitlin Brianna Okorfa. Gabriel McCarty. Jason Hankinson. Jason McAdam. Tejas Kumar. Yijun Tang. Tianan Wang. Ramin Rahimi Far. Lydia Agosto Moreno. Ren Natsumi Martin Doike. Giselle Rosales. Sean Lee. Vipin Vargas George. Justin Huan Yang. Alejandro Rojas. Abhishek Gupta. Virat Bhushan. Abdul Martin Sheikh. Gary Pan. Ian Spears. Clyde Baron Espino Rapina. Charles Hammer. Jackie Huang. Asikuri Lambastova. Helena Sise Shakur. Anne-Mary Watson. Grace Nicole Leonard. Ogeshi Mary Ogbonawa. Shubhlakshmi Ramos Dharam. Sanjay Kumar. Igishkana Venkatesh. Seth Gabriel Friend. Aaron Pollack. Scott Ryan. Enis Abbas. Dipati Mathur. Dipthi Nagapushna. Eric Bennett Weiss. Juan Andre Oreta. J. Kevin McKenna. Nicholas Chavez. Staven Bad. Roy Nelson Ricardo Rombino. David Matthew Everly. Austin Bromley. Alok Kumar. Christopher Herrera. Shweta Tenabalan. Sri Chandra Sai. Ashia Kola. Pradapi Chandarkar. Sahil Al-Wadi. Saeed Moeen. Christopher Palmiotto. Patrick Phillip. Sumesh Palashel Kesavan. Najala Rashad. Swarafi Rajiv. Mahesh Reddy Bhavan. Silpa Nair. Hardika Parma. Thomas Andrew Valen. Tansima Ahmed. Rahul Ukalam. Logan Helsinger. Alison Brida. Jalen Quandel Hoffman. Miguel Del Valle. Jiheng Chen. Arya Monani. Narendra Nath Garpati. Rushba Kalpesh Bhat. Fushu Zhan. Ananya Matres. CC Ada Evans. Vedant Srivastava. Ritik Suraya Venushu. Samantaka Mohanty. Sarathaki Shrunkar. Kamalesh Balan. Marianne Gassini. Nathan Abrian. Prisi Omangabi Doshi. Naktode Utkarsha. Bahafarin Imam. William Newberry the Jr. Kennedy Jacob Mature. Sean Mano Thomas. Yashwant Akolkar. Manas Vipul Viskiva. Ken Everest Nunes. Saicharan Danja. Arich Yahya Asiri. Juan Getka. Jeetish Gupta. Shubhi Dixit. Yatin Sudhir Sakar, Mohammed Subhan, Abir Islam, Chankaya Nalapardi, Chatu Roy, Shwatu Sharma, Arif Sayed, Kushbu Harish Patel, Rishi Tipari, Arabin Meher, Kriti Sharawagi, Sirushi Gokali, Pooja Nithin Bandekar, Ravwani Sasish Kumar Jadwar, Jiku Joyce, Raul Madhusunda, Don Lay, An Min Tran, Claire Joyce Huguet, Valentino Ozornina, Rajita Namula, Nicholas Vep, Kaf Nasir Hussain, Rishabh Pushmani, Heth Patel, Kiran Shidrup, Sayali Sanjay Chuguli, Rushikesh Gulab, Prabhu Parakesh, Akmiya Maheptra, Manan Patel, Merve Maev Sen, Joshua Phillips, Sushan Malai, Ruhit Farma Nadimpali, Buddha Bahar, Manish Reddy Panala, Muhammad Ashik Bashir Ahmed, Uday Puturi, Ramon Diaz, Talavia Hardy, Sakshi Ripul Mehtalia,
Congratulations to all of our master's graduates. Marshals. Marshals, please escort our bachelor's graduates to the stage for individual recognition.
Amir Kaidarov. Michael James Madden. Mackenzie Ligon. Jake Marchese. Colin White. Zachary Lincoln. Chris Yaroha. Hezekiah Dombach. Joel Hecht. Thomas Jerome Selly. Talia Siriani. Mohit Sharma. Neil Patel. Rutvij Upadhyay. David Randall. Shub Patel. Emil Barrow. Milan Wargese. Shreya Rawal. Noshwaran Babar. Mekin Swan. Ayagos Magulva. Uyen Yuan. Mubin Yakub. Shane McCluskey. Aaron Williams. Curry Whitfield. Davidson St. Charles. Calvin Willie. Alex Papakalos. Zachary Basim Nashi. Ian Bolton. Sheyun Song. Kevin Sweeney. Sean Tyrese Mickens. Matthew Tylek. Philip Matthew Clinton. Hunter Gallo. Royce Ogujiofor. Owen Zhou. Justin Mack. Xuen Zhen. Johnson Wu. Purunje Wadera. Brittany Jessica Barnes. Elena Harewood. Treat Fan. Yohan Belichev. Johi Maharshwani. Paramita Piyashahu. Moon Mustafa. Kaylin Bong. Claudia Valencia. Sean O'Connor. Madeline Berger.
Isha Putari. Anya Lee. Ming Wen. Monique Nguyen. Andrew Nguyen. William Liz. Michael Haddad. Winston Chen. Hensing Wang. Benson Shan. Sonny Yuan. Tay Trang. Lu Chen. Daniel Campanella. Jack Murdoch. Ariel Harper. Daniel Getz. Eddie Kim. Pujam Pukarel. Jawad Salem. Kevin Lin. Yamin Hedge. Sheng Magulio. Justin Young. Christopher Villanueva. Edward Araujo. Jia Shong Liu. Kenny Huang. Carso Elican. Justin Gu. Richard Briggs. Ishan Darshan Desai. Ethan Gibson. Reginald Easton. Ariane Katawar. Sumit Lee. Kevin Chen. Kevin Lin. James Kowitz. Aidan Spotts. Ariane Karim. Dina Gordon. Eugene Kimmelman. Katsiarnia Kasalobaba. Yuxing Chen. Vivian Tran. Brandon Wong. Mia Haas. Francis Wen. Florence Hahn. Audrey Go. Chang Nacy On. Adriana Vasquez. Michal Bakil. Chidoben Okoye. Johan Kachin. Matthew Bowen. Anthony Long. Vu Chan. Tai Dang. Nathan Mitchell. Bennett Lehman. James Grego. Dashnuva Chaudhuri. Dia Patel. Peter Spisalski. John Ling Wo. Evelyn Tai. Rachel Peña. Rose Vladis. Sirhan Yagadish. Seth Richards. Ian Lade. Ryan Brushes. Cameron Romero. William Dorman. Abigail Hatcher. Gay Lebody. Benjamin Borman. Nahida Akhter. Geralda Coca.
Sean Brown. Ryan Flynn. Paul Pascucci. Burren Lee. Bill Huang. Hansla Nadine. Hari Law. Terrell Jonas Jenkins. Temurazi Bakaradze. Matthew Irwin. Benjamin Fong. Siddharth Kampali. Nicholas Ingravallo. Charlie Meyer. Alessia Scott. Bryce Derek Wood. Brandon Short. Ashley Redmond. Tony Tak. Derek Sabb. Zane Foster. Leland Rodrigo. George Joseph Caraccioni. Samantha Hridika. Nicholas Levinsky. Dean Huniki. William Warden. Logan Smith. Jai Vase. John Albert Panetta. Nicholas Gorhau. Declan Frawley. Ashwin Shetty. Akil Binamong. Jason Wong. Christopher Fan. Dylan Sakazik. Mohammed Ibrahim. Dhruvi V. Patel. Andrew Lin. Asef Ajmain. Suhas Ravi. Afif Alabaksh. Mohammed Rida Hassanan. Nam Wong. Liam Marker. Daniel Jacob Dowland. Kyle Roveran. Tyler Grover. Saida Sabrina Ukto. Hafsa Gabala. Tosif Rahman.
Avina Yusuf. Chantel Faria. Heather Yuen. Rachel Tang. Tiffany Mai. Shan Chen. Daniel Santos. Joseph Nguyen. Joanna Nguyen. Jonathan Tu. Alexander Williams. Meredith McGuire. Lucas Wong. Justin Go. Timothy Bunker. Isham Patel. Asiful Islam. Mustafa Bugwala. Itanchi Chabria. Nadia Srivasta, Justin Kropp, Mahima Chaco, Binglat Mebrate, Kavya Sentil, Audra Stein, Ariel Madiam, Kenneth George Blake Jr., Daniel Estim, Cole Sikorsky, Sanya Nair, Thierry Ha, Jordan Carroll, Maurice Giovanni Moray, Washing Jen, Jung K. Gu, Manish Gurung, Niyang Asharya, Nur Hira, Shelly Duran, Ling La Chuk Kao, Jolene Jacob, Foy Luong, Mar Ngo, Lam Wen, Dylan Joseph Ferraresa, Nicolo Akbayani, Andrew Chen, Phoebe Adobamen, Samira Salifu, Evan Young, Ronald M., Ali Akhtar, Sef Siddique, Sar Islam, Simon Liu, Richard Chen, Kevin Shi, Frank Kao, Jay Lee, Catherine Swatek, Ada Mack, Mani Koturi, Benjamin Leong, Meet Patel,
Jordan Prince. Brandon Gorski. Noel He. Ryan Ling. Tasneem Rahman. Mohammed Sami Alum. Rick Lee. Lixing Zheng. Luis Alberto Hernandez. Robel Ayob. Jamie Zhang. Vikchika Tuon. Brandon Edgar Atencia. Kayla Puth. Yashwan Wu. Ishan Patel. Ujval Patidar. Jainam Koshya. Soumya Jain. Kush Gupta. Stefan Snyder. Megan Ernfeld. Santiago Rivera. Lizzie Simpson. Hung Tai Pham. Koi Huang Ma. An Nguyen. Christopher Hussein. Mesa Rim Albaki. Samshi Bonsal. Ricky Lee. Shreyan Gupta. Kaylin Jones. Jack Engen. Janil Patel. Nishan Tapa. Teresa Mensa. Ebube Lakshmi Wobo. Nyla Jada LaFrance. Kelechi Magweke. Chara Kakraba Ampa. Michael Akene Mwemeki. Michael Daniel Trent Jr. Muhammad Shreryar Usman. Alexander Atkerson. Hanson Eric Smith. Olichi Ikwogbebo. Joseph Fitzpatrick. Mandy Ho. Matthew Chain Tekimane. Adam Gamrawi. Connor Dupree. Anush Agrawal. Jacob Paul Goodstein. Om Savalia. Safa Ogus. Aiden Kane.
Congratulations to all of our bachelor's graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for all our graduates. In this ceremony, we have paid tribute to the graduating class of 2026. Now it's time for the graduates turn to salute those who have helped them along the way. I would like the parents, spouses, partners, and children and loved ones of our graduates to please stand so they may receive that from their graduates. Thank you. Now I ask members of class of 2026 to salute their professors and mentors at Drexel University. Will the members of faculty and administrative staff please stand up and be recognized by the class? Thank you for joining us today. When our ceremony ends, please stay in your seats until the stage party have recessed. We're excited to continue graduating activities on Thursday, June 11th, with the university-wide commencement at Citizens Bank Park. The event begins at 5 p.m., where all degrees will be formally conferred. Once again, congratulations, graduates, and go Dragons!
Thank you.